How to start earning from Bitcoin. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people asking me that specific question, along with many other different questions that they ask about Bitcoin. But I can tell you that there are many things that I could go over, but I don't want to waste too much of your time because I'm speaking to the masses. I'm speaking to the people that are beginning into Bitcoin, and I am speaking to those who've been in retail with Bitcoin and have lost their shirt, okay, because they don't quite understand the actual opportunities that are more important, that you're going to hear from experts here in a moment about why specifically you want to go in a specific direction with Bitcoin. Yeah, it's gone from about 42,000 in January of 2024 to now about 62,000 per coin. This is Bitcoin I'm talking about, okay? Not talking about any other cryptocurrency. Okay, Bitcoin is the #1 strongest currency in crypto that there probably will ever be because of the way it has its security set up, the way it's actually been initiated to the public. Remember, for about a year, Bitcoin was like a half a cent back in, I believe, 2009 or 2010. And it took quite a while, and there's been other coins that have tried to replicate it, and it just hasn't been able to get over that hump that Bitcoin seemed to do around 2013. That's been 10 years ago. Okay, so as you can see here, Bitcoin mining and rewards is a major strategy. It's probably my #1 strategy that I would speak to people about because they might not actually quite understand what I'm talking about. Okay, and as you're going to learn here, there's all kinds of things that you could go into, but I don't want you to get distracted or misdirected. Okay. Different ways to earn from Bitcoin. Okay, there are many. Mining Bitcoin, when Bitcoin transactions are completed, a new block is added to the blockchain. That's not actually quite correct. Bitcoin is minted at that point in a process known as mining. Well, Bitcoin is actually going to be completely mined around the 2035 to 2038 years, because it has a set hash rate and it's winding down as we speak. It's like a clock or alarm clock that's winding down. Okay, lending Bitcoin. Could you lend Bitcoin? I guess you could. It's kind of called staking. Bitcoin trading. Can you trade Bitcoin? Yeah, but it's probably more for whales, people that, have 10 or 20 Bitcoin who can afford it. Remember, I'm talking to retail purchasers of Bitcoin. I'm talking to beginners that may have $100 or $200 or $500 or maybe a little bit more to get started in Bitcoin, to where you can grow it and expand it in a specific way, which you're going to learn here in a moment. Claiming airdrops. Have you ever even heard of an airdrop? Most people haven't. Most people haven't even heard about Bitcoin, unfortunately. Helping to find bugs. Well, that is a process that you would have to be very technical on. So I definitely probably wouldn't follow that direction either. Incentivized learning. I don't even know exactly what that means. Now, if you go to Google and you type in how to learn or how to start earning from Bitcoin, you can see that they go over mining, they go over crypto lending, they go over staking. Staking is pretty much the same as Bitcoin mining to an extent. They go into investing, lending, holding your crypto investment, like hodling it. Hodling it just basically means if you bought it January 1st of 2024 and it was worth 42,000 and you could afford to buy one Bitcoin, now it's worth 62,000 and you've made about 20,000 bucks. If you want to turn it in, then roll it over and then wait for it to possibly go back down a little bit before you purchase it again, you can actually do that. There are also affiliate programs involved in this that you actually want to get involved with, because if you really want to help other people earn income online, like how to start earning from Bitcoin, especially when it comes to earning Bitcoin online, because that's really the only place Bitcoin is at, then you want to actually focus on that type of situation as well. So, and you can scroll down and see they've got all kinds of explanations, all kinds of things people are asking. How do I make money from Bitcoin? Well, let me show you. Let me give you an example and an explanation from a billionaire who knows what he's talking about, who has converted his entire company and portfolio into Bitcoin. Let's hear what he has to say. His name's Michael Saylor.
And what it also does is it creates this very interesting dynamic where if you have billions of dollars of Bitcoin in Manhattan, your Bitcoin is being defended by Bitcoin mining off of hydroelectric power in Bhutan. You might be getting defended, the network is defended by a Bitcoin mine running on gas in Kazakhstan.
He's talking about people like you and me that want to mine Bitcoin to help secure the blockchain network. Okay? In the next 10 years or so, as Bitcoin continues to evolve and we continue to keep mining the rest of it, because it's going to be mined out by about 2035, maybe 2040. About 99% of Bitcoin is going to be mined at that point, and then it's going to take on another way of earning income, as he says here. Listen up.
And so if your money is only defended at a bank in New York and the mayor of New York wants to seize your money, he just takes it. What you want is a very distributed network, and you want incentives for every nation state and every type of actor to build massively powerful centers.
Now, actors are you and me. That's basically what he's talking about. He's using billionaire talk, okay? But he knows what he's talking about. He's trying to encourage people to understand that, hey, this is a way to earn money through Bitcoin rewards, BTC rewards.
If you see these Bitcoin mining centers, they're 100 megawatt, 200 megawatt data centers.
They're huge. Like a Central American company actually runs their entire government. I can't remember if it's Guatemala or Ecuador. I think it's Guatemala that runs their entire country on Bitcoin. They switched from fiat money, which is obviously the dollar, to Bitcoin.
And you think, well, what would incentivize someone to build such a massively powerful, defense mechanism? And the answer is somebody's got a dam with water flowing over the dam and no one wants to buy their electricity. And so they've decided to build a Bitcoin defense center in order to monetize the running water on their dam 8,000 miles away. So there's a...
Notice he said monetize. That means that you're going to be able to make income from that example that he made. If nobody wants to buy his electricity, he's going to use his own electricity to mine Bitcoin and to secure the network.
Genius to that engineering, because it's continually expanding, continually growing, continually becoming more efficient, and it anchors the Bitcoin network into the electrical network and into the technology network of the world, and it incentivizes good semiconductor engineers to be thinking all the time about how to create more efficient defense mechanisms to keep a hacker from hacking the network. And that just takes us to the last point, which is ethics. If you want an ethical monetary network, like do you want to trust all your money in a bank run by 3 people that you know? Or do you want to trust all your money in a bank that's collectively owned by humanity, where nobody in the human race can possibly hack the bank? And it's one of them is a protocol beyond the reach of any individual, any corporation, any government. Bitcoin is a system so diffuse that no one entity or person is systemically important or influential, right? Whereas Ethereum or any of these other proof-of-stake protocols, if there's a company, if there's a founder, if there's an engineering team, if you can identify them, then they can change it. And the ability to change the network undermines the integrity and the security and the immutability of the network. And the one thing you want with a monetary network is you want to know that 100 years from now, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, the network's going to maintain its integrity. And if it relies upon any individual action, you've already failed. That's why, for example, you speak English and you don't speak the language made up by your best friend that's a little bit more efficient, that's got special words in it. Like, you're buying into a shared protocol of all of the smart money in the human race. And the smart idea, if you study history, is don't trust anybody. Don't trust yourself, right? Like, you could say, Michael, would you rather invest in a network where you control them? Like, no, right? I'm the weak link, right? We're all the weak link at the end of the day. So you want to put your energy and your support behind a network which transcends any institution. That's what secures you. That's what makes it, safe and economically sound.
So what he's basically saying there is that Bitcoin miners, between now and up until all the Bitcoin that's being mined will be finished being mined, okay, because there's a finite timeline where Bitcoin will be fully mined and in people's wallets at that point. It'll be off the actual blockchain or online, and it will be transacted, okay? And that's what we want to get into, is the transaction platforms and the affiliate marketing that we can promote it to other people that's going to help us earn income from Bitcoin and through Bitcoin when it comes to BTC rewards and earning a percentage of those rewards because we're a part of the Bitcoin mining process. Remember, Bitcoin is being transitioned and being transferred to and from at least 30,000 times an hour. Okay, and in those transactions, sometimes I've sent $1,000 in Bitcoin and it's cost me about $60. Well, where does that $60 go? Well, part of it goes to the Bitcoin miners. They are earning a percentage of that to make that transaction consistent and effective and quick and secure, and it helps the hash rate, or if you understand what the hash rate is, it just improves and increases because you're using electricity, and at the same time it's building the strength of the blockchain itself with the security, and that's what the mining does, okay? So there are several companies that I've been a part of. I'm going to show you one first that is called a staking contract company, and they've been in business since 2016. 2018 is when they actually started their website platform, and they have been running contracts ever since then, specifically on understanding how to start in earning Bitcoin. Let me show you. Okay, we are in my back office of a platform called Cryptex. We scroll down to the bottom. Maybe if we can scroll down to the bottom, you can see that the profits in the staking that I have earned so far, and it's been about 8 months actually, profits from staking have been 150,000, over 150,000. Okay, and those are coming from Bitcoin rewards and transaction fees, and a portion of those transaction fees, not all of the transaction fees, going to go to you in a Bitcoin reward or BTC reward, but whenever they have those type of transactions, this company is helping that Bitcoin farm to collect and mine that Bitcoin along with earning that transaction fee, or at least a portion of it. Okay, and then I also mentioned about affiliate marketing and learning how to promote to others. Specifically, click on the link in the description below, and I've got an ebook that you can take a look at and understand how to simply start promoting to other people. Well, you can see that I've actually earned more than I have been earning in the staking process, just in promoting it to others and the percentages that I get from promoting it to others, 195,000. So right now, in the past 8 months, I've earned over 345,000 in Bitcoin, which is basically continuing to go up. Like I said earlier, January 1st of 2024, it was 42,000. Now, in years past, yes, it's been a little bit lower and it's fluctuated, but tell me that in a year, in January of 2025, if it's at $80,000 or $100,000 per Bitcoin, then I will kind of look at you and say, hey, I told you so. And that is my point as well. That is also a way that you can continue to earn in Bitcoin, okay? How to start earning from Bitcoin is really simple. You get it at a certain price, you hold on to it, and or you mine little bits of it at a time that stays in a wallet, or you actually turn it over if you want to increase your capability of earning Bitcoin. Okay, and then all of a sudden, Bitcoin's not $62,000, it's $100,000 or more. And you can continue to earn that way as well. Okay, let me take you to another platform that's not a contract platform, because this platform shows you contracts of 3, 5, and 7 years. So if you're a person who wants to see your growth every single day that you can actually access, let me show you a different platform. Okay, we are now in the platform called BitHarvest.info. If you're interested, click on the link in the description below. Get on my email list to understand and get more information on this platform, okay? Well, as you can see, I can click here and you can see I've got about $89 in USDT, which is United States Dollar Tether, which is on the Ethereum network, which they call ERC20. Now, you can have the Tron network as well. It's also called ERC20, but it's on the Tron network, okay? I know that's a lot of crazy crypto knowledge there, but don't worry about that. This is a platform that's a little bit different than the one I just showed you, because you can actually extract your Bitcoin out every single day if you wanted to, or you can actually roll it over and compound it every day as well, which I'm a lot more excited about this platform, okay? And as you can see today, my mining rewards is $3.08. Okay, that's just for the specific mining credits, and they're actually dollars or Bitcoin, okay? And you might say, well, wow, that's not very big. Well, I've only been in it about a month, and I started at about 42 cents. As you can see. So 42 cents, that's about an 8x, maybe a 7x growth in about almost 2 months now. And then also, here is my earnings from affiliate, which was 0 a month ago, and now it's earning me $1.39 today. Now, one of the things about this platform is that they do not guarantee exactly how much BTC rewards you're going to earn every day. If you are trying to invest in a platform that promises you 1.5% a day in earnings, you need to completely get off of that type of platform, because they are going to go away very, very soon. Okay, because they're lying to you. They can't keep that up. They don't know exactly what the hash rate is going to be every day for Bitcoin, and they don't know from day to day what you're going to earn. Well, this platform does not guarantee anything. What they do say is that you can earn between a certain amount generally, and I have found that to be very, very true. Okay, I've been earning in the past week about $4 to $6 per day on average, back and forth. Okay, so that being said, this is also a Bitcoin mining platform. Now, what this company does is they have made deals with these big mining farms, like I spoke about in the South American country, maybe called Ecuador or Guatemala, I believe. And they got big warehouses full of mining software that you don't have to worry about. This is not about you getting some actual mining software and a computer and using your own electricity to pump out those Bitcoins and try to mine them as much as you can. Oh, no, no. This company has gained access to those mining farms, has made deals with them to where we can access the hash and continue to also use their platforms so we can earn Bitcoin rewards or BTC rewards. Now, this company is a 60-40 company, which means that you earn 60% and they earn 40%. But you really don't know that because you're just looking at what you make every day. And just imagine, in 2 months, if you start out a lot stronger than I did, because I started out at the bottom, I was literally at 42 cents the first day. And all of a sudden now I'm at $3.08 plus another $1.40, which is about $4.50 per day. And I've been averaging right around $5 per day. $5 a day times 30 days a month. That's every single day. That's $150 in a month. Just imagine what it's going to be like in another month. It's going to be double because I'm going to continue to roll it over. Okay. And as you can see, we have a wallet here that we click on, and you have all kinds of wallets that you can house your Bitcoin BTC wallet and your USD Tether wallet and purchase wallet and so forth and so on. And as you can see in my Bitcoin wallet, I can go in there every day and see how much I have. Now, I extracted it and exchanged it or swapped it for Tether, okay, the USD, so I can start looking at purchasing another Bit Booster, okay? So, if you're interested, okay, in how to start earning from Bitcoin, click on the link in the description below. I will guide you with information that I provide for you in the link in the description below. Get on my email list, and I can help you to start learning how to start earning Bitcoin from home consistently, okay? You might have a lot more questions. Click on the link in the description below. You're going to get a lot of those questions answered. Okay, I will see you on the next video.